Hi there. So today marks 2 months since my vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and there's some things that I've learned, some things that I wish I would have known. So if you're thinking about embarking on this journey, or you're in the middle of recovery, I'm going to talk about some things that were good, some things that were hard, some things I wish I knew, and how I am getting along moving forward in this journey. So, buckle up, come on with me, and let's get into it. I have some notes. I'm going to be looking from screen to screen because I don't want to miss anything. So, I'm Suki, and the channel's called They Call Me Suki. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. So, as you can see, I'm actually feeling a little better. Um, I'm back to work. This is my second week, and I second full week. I missed one day last week, and then I had started like 2 weeks ago, and then I was taken off. But anyway, getting back to the VSG surgery. So some of the positive things that I have and I can say so far really is the weight loss. I got on the scale, and officially from the surgery date, from what I remember, I am like 29 pounds down, and I lost a few pounds before surgery. So I'm probably at about 34 pounds down. And that's very helpful. I would say that I'm getting more energy, but I have been dealing with some other medical issues like adrenal insufficiency. I have ulcerative colitis, and I've been dealing with a lot of swelling in my legs, my lower extremities, and my knees. So the knee pain has subsided, but with this swelling, since I've been having to sit all day for work and I'm getting up walking, I have had some pain in my knees. So, but I'm talking about the good. So the weight loss, and then I can see some changes in my clothes. So I'm not down where I was before the previous surgery, my ACDF surgery, because I gained 60 pounds last year, but almost, 34 pounds down, getting there. So that is really the good in it so far. And some of the hard things that I've dealt with, dehydration, being in the hospital for that, having to constantly go to the ER multiple times because of the knee swelling, the pain in my stomach, UTIs, blacking out. And from all of those not so good things, the hard parts, I learned how important it is to drink water. So that's what I am doing. I'm doing better at drinking water. It's getting a little easier to get more in my stomach. I'm taking vitamins now consistently, and then I still struggle with the protein goals. I mean, I'm still struggling with the water because I'm not nearly near 64. I'm out closest 40 ounces per day, and they want me to get to 64. And then the protein between 60 and 80. The closest I've gotten is like 52. It really averages out to about 40, 46 grams of protein per day. So I'm still struggling with that. Um, so that's some of the hard things, but I'm working through it. And these are things that I think other people have dealt with. And some of the surprises, and I'm looking over because I have notes that I found, I thought that I was not going to be hungry. That has not been the case for me. I have been extremely hungry from the time I woke up from the surgery until now. Um, and I think part of it was the pain in the stomach. And I feel like my stomach is really getting to the place where it's almost 100% recovered. I can't say that, but I'm feeling better. And I honestly was afraid to eat because of the pain. So I think I just literally wasn't eating enough, and I stayed hungry. So I still can't hold a lot, and I am still a little concerned about overeating because I don't want to damage the stomach. I have staples in there. So I'm averaging pretty much between 2.5 ounces of food from 2 ounces. So I can eat, depending on the density of the food, 2 to 3 ounces of food. Over 3 ounces is just way too much, and I get sick. But for sure, the sweet spot is between 2 to 2.5. Going over is a stretch, so I don't try to go over 2.5. Yesterday I did have 3 ounces, but it was what I made, and I ate very slow. And that's the other thing. You have to take tiny bites, and it's teaching me to savor the food, even though the joy of eating I felt in the beginning was gone. I feel like some of that is going coming back because the way that I can eat. So I'm learning how to put meals together, even though they're tiny. I mean, it's like 1 ounce of fish to a half ounce of spinach and a maybe 0.10 ounces of some brown rice, because I'm not trying to go over, and those calculations are not actually accurate, but something like that to get to 2 ounces. And then maybe some tartar sauce on there, which would get me to 2 ounces, no more than 2.5, because it goes over. And I notice for me, I'm hungriest in the morning. So when I wake up, I am very hungry, and I have to take the pantoprazole, which is for the stomach. And I've taken that prior to the surgery, but you have to take it after the surgery. So once I take that, you have to take it 30 minutes before you eat. I'm just really hungry, and they say eat yogurt. Yogurt doesn't cover it for me. I did do a protein shake one day. It took me about 3 hours to drink it, but it still left me hungry in between. So I noticed if I just go ahead and eat like some scrambled egg beaters with one chicken sausage, or what I have discovered, the little tiny street tacos, the low carb ones, the corn, and put the egg on top with cheese, that keeps me pretty full and satiated. And I added spinach. So that's why it was a little bit more yesterday, because it was a little more dense with the spinach. But I was able to eat it, and I did feel full, but I wasn't over full. But I don't want to get to that point where it feels like I'm almost approaching over full. So I didn't do that today. I just had the egg beaters with a sprinkle of cheese, like 0.2 ounces, and one chicken sausage. So that was a surprise for me, still being hungry. So I'm working through it, and I noticed that sometimes I may need to eat more, but usually I don't, because I don't want my stomach to hurt. So if I'm eating 2 ounces, I still feel hungry, I just stop. I wait 30 minutes and I drink some water, and for the most part, it's gone. The other thing which surprised me is the amount of gas that I've gotten. So much gas. And I think a lot of my issues came from me having to be on antibiotics twice. I've dealt with UTIs twice. I just finished antibiotics, and I took this time probiotics with it, so my stomach didn't hurt as bad. So eating can become like a chore, and it's not as enjoyable, because you can't just eat and drink and eat and drink. You have to be methodical, eat a little bit, slow down. And that's where I'm learning to really slow down when I'm eating, because they said it should take you anywhere from, I think, 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes and above. And initially it was taking me like an hour to eat just one serving of egg beaters, which is equivalent to one egg. And the same thing with the fish. So I have to catch myself, because the portions are so small and I'm so hungry. I just want to eat, just want to dig in. But I'm learning to slow down. And I think the emotional attachment to food may still be there, but I struggle with enjoying food now because of the way I have to eat. So those are surprises to me. I know in the long run, when I think about the reasons why I signed up for this surgery, it'll be better, because I really needed to lose weight and it wasn't coming off. So those are some of the things that really surprised me. And I know everybody's journey is different, but those are things that happen with me. And then looking ahead, what I'm looking for is to really get to my hydration goals, which is 64 ounces. And I never thought that it would be possible, but with this week, the amount of water that I've been able to drink. And then it's really hot here in California, and I have on a jacket because of the air conditioning on. I think that I will be able to get to my goals of hydration. And also, I bought a kit, I haven't used it yet, to test at home for dehydration. And I'm also looking forward to increase in energy, even though I've dealt with a lot of other things. I'm just really realizing now a lot of the stuff that I have been dealing with is not all attributed to the surgery. It's just other medical issues that I have been dealing with, and it all just come crashing down at the same time. So I'm looking forward to the continued weight loss. I can't wait to see where this is going. I'm looking forward to beginning to exercise. The nutritionist said not to exercise yet because I haven't gotten close to my protein goals or my water goals. And I'm looking forward to building other healthy habits and then just getting back into activities because I was a person prior to gaining all this weight that loved to exercise. So I'm looking forward to getting into that. I plan on getting I have a huge treadmill here, but I just don't want to use it. A small treadmill that I can move back and forth, and then doing some exercises on YouTube, walking at home, and then some of the chair exercises where you're seated. And then eventually at some point, maybe the beginning of next year, join a gym and start doing some weight training. I'm going to buy some resistance bands because right now I'm planning to just do everything at home. And as you all know, my husband is in a facility and I'm going to be bringing him home. So I need to try to figure out how to manage all of that with him being home. And the goal is to get him home by the end of summer because I feel like I am getting better and it will be better for him mentally and me mentally to bring him home. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out why my legs and my knees keep swelling, and I'm trying to work. So there's been a couple of days this week because I was exhausted because my sleep pattern has been off. So that's shifting. And I believe a lot of that is just I was not able to sleep. Um, so those are some of the things that I'm looking forward to. So I want to leave you all with this. First of all, I want to thank you for watching, and I want to leave you with the challenge. So if you're over 50, or even if you're not over 50 and you're thinking about getting the gastric sleeve surgery, or you're already on your journey, I love to know where you are in the journey. If you've already had the surgery, how's your recovery going? Leave me a comment below and let me know. I really want to know how other people are dealing with this. And if you've had similar issues to what I've had, if you watch my older videos, and if you haven't, please go back and check out some of the things that I've dealt with. I love to hear from you. And if you enjoy this content and you think this is something you want to do, please subscribe to my channel. And I know one question people are asked, was it worth it to me with all the ER visits and all the things that I've gone through? Right now, I mean, I have regret and I still do, but I can see that in the long run, it's going to be worth it. Because if I think back on the reasons why I had the surgery back in March, I was in the hospital because I couldn't walk and I've gained so much weight and it was just hard to come back from. So at this point, I can say, yes, I believe it's worth it, but I do still have some reservations and concerns, but I'm looking forward to the future. So thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and if you can, hype the video up, share it with other people that may be going through this. And I look forward to talking to you all again, and I will give you another update probably within a month or every 3 months. But within the meantime, I'll have some other videos talking about things that I'm going through. So thanks for watching. Talk to y'all soon.